get completely destroyed by Caterham right now.
Already?
OverTake is back for the last episode of our 2022 Dream Team Series. We already did the touring car races. We went up and down the mountain with our Japanese drifters and then ended up last time with the Rallycross race at Spa. That leaves us with our last event, which is the Multiclass race. But before we dive into the details of how all of this will go down, let's quickly remind ourselves of the current standings before we go into the very last race. War Racing Team still leading 402 points for Amos Laurito and HokiHoshi. Right behind them, Team Jazuki with Dan Suzuki and Jardier, 334 points. So they're still out there on the hunt and with a chance to win the championship. Team number 3, that is Team OverTake. That's us. Yeah, last time it was Michael and me. This time it will be our cutter Darius joining me for the last events. 196 points so far. 4th for the Ricky Bobbies from the US, Slaptrain and Cool Kid. And then from the US to Germany for position 5 with Schlagbohr Schrauber Rennsport. 150 points there for Ray and LPN05. Position 6. Our friends from France, Baguette Racing Team, 145 points so far for Anna on Air and Idro. Gamer Muscle and OC Racing, P7 so far for Moist Teabag, 134. They can still grab more points with your support today in the multi-class race. Let's dive quickly into our format. The name says it already, in Multiclass we have 2 different classes this time around, as 1 driver per team will race in the Praga R1, the car that you probably know from Jimmy Broadband, and then we have a second class with the Caterham for the second driver of every team. There's also a 20-minute qualification earlier that we will look into in just a bit, and then there's a 1-hour race with a mandatory pit stop. You can take new tires on the Praga, or you can just use the old ones, but you definitely will have to refill on the top class. Obviously, with both drivers being in different classes, it's all about how to manage the traffic on the small course that is the brand's Hatch GP track that we'll use for multiclass. In terms of qualification, I said already, we will look into that, so let's do that right now. So after 20 minutes, it was once again Amos Laurito who came out on top. That guy is just fast in whatever we throw his way, it seems, as he takes the top spot, followed by Stefan Schlacher and then Yuval Rosen, so 2 community members. Before we had 4th place, Dan Suzuki, the next content creator here in the top class. SCS, Binman was 5th, then Ray, Thomas Schmidt, James West, that is Gamer Muscle, and then me on 9th for OverTake, followed by Joe for the top 10 in class. Number 1, Cool Kid did not make it into the top 10. Shaimin and KGPP, the following driver to close that class. In the second class, the Caterhams, it was a community driver who took the top spot with Bo Dixon, followed by OverTake community member Joseph Morgan, then Jardier and HokiHoshi, SW Taiku, Fatal the Slap Train. Only 20th overall, but that's at least better than Philip and LPN05. LPN only finding himself on 22nd overall here, so a lot of cars in front of him. Then OC Racing, Papaya, Lagri, and Idro. That's our grid for the upcoming 1-hour race. 2 classes, 1 hour of racing, 1 mandatory pit stop, and the big question if War Racing Team will claim the victory here and become champions of the Dream Team Series, or if maybe an underdog comes through. Here's Jacob, let's go.
Thank you very much, Rene, and welcome everyone to Brands Hatch for what promises to be an exciting hour of multi-class action. Let's hear then what the drivers have to say as they get ready for the race.
It looks like you qualified P1, yeah?
It looks so.
Awesome.
Here we go, I'm on the straight. Oh man, an hour, guys.
22. von 28, nur, naja, kann nur nach vorne gehen.
And I'm all the way in the back with the Pragas, like I'm 3rd last. I used to think I was fast until I raced people who actually race, and now I kind of feel a little insecure, a little inferior.
It's race start, it's race start, it's race start.
Here we go then, all the cars lined up and we are underway. Amos Laurito, no surprise to anyone, getting a clean start from pole position. Bit of action between Dan Suzuki and Binman just in behind. And it's going to be Amos leading then 3 community drivers coming through. Stefan, Yuval and Binman all pretty close to each other as they make the chasing pack for the Pragas. Meanwhile, behind we have the Caterhams and it's going to be Joseph Morgan currently leading the way for them. Bo Dixon in behind with Jardier as well in close attendance.
Somebody was behind me and disappeared.
I just heard like
Jardier finding creative new ways to deal with his opponents behind. Meanwhile, Rene is focused on opponents up ahead in the form of Thomas Schmidt, Moist Teabag community driver. James West up ahead of them as well, so 2 Moist Teabags in front of Rene.
Das lief ja erstmal recht gesittet ab.
Nicht zu viel Lockups. Ja, ich glaube, es denken jetzt viele.
Plötzlich Chaos innerhalb von Sekunden.
The Schlagbohr-Schrauber Rennsport drivers seem to be predicting an incident, and it looks like we might have our first. I think that's Yuval Rosen going off the road there.
One of the Pragas is out. Watch out, there's a Praga.
Watch out, there's grass on the edge of the road.
Oh!
I was never there, was busy leaving you.
Oh, spawn.
Not bad. Now you.
Oh no. I literally just spun. I didn't even spin in any of the, oh my god.
And there we have our first few minor casualties of the race so far. Let's take a look then at the Caterham battle. Bit of a gap forming between the front 3 and the rest of the field. On board now with LPN05 looking to get involved with Slap Train.
Oh, nein. Oh shit, yeah, sorry, Slap Train.
Oh! LPN hooked me by accident.
Hold on, let's see that wheel action again. Simply sublime.
It's a long race.
Slap Train now down in 26th position. Meanwhile, the leaders of the Caterham race are all going along quite nicely, starting to build a 2-second gap now to Taikyu in 17th. Joseph Morgan, Jardier, and Bo Dixon. Looks like we've got a bit of a battle brewing between these guys.
If you get better pace than me, Thomas, and they start pulling away, I'll just let you through, and then... Oh. Did you get through it?
So Binman binned it and took Thomas with him. But it looks like that might have benefited Gamer Muscle. He now finds himself in 3rd position.
Well, I'm in 3. It worked out for me. I'm in 3rd. It's a miracle. Brands Hatch miracle.
A true Christmas miracle taking place here at Brands Hatch, at least for Gamer Muscle. And we hope all of you are having a good Christmas and happy holidays as well. But there's still plenty of racing left to be done, and things aren't going to be quite so peaceful out on track.
Oh, traffic, here we go.
Oh, already?
Yeah.
Oh my god. We are in the first corner now. Oh, massive drift from Bo.
Plenty of close racing here at Dan and Gamer Muscle going each side of Papaya and just about making it work. Gamer Muscle still holding on to P3 for the moment. Here are the Caterham leaders. It's still Joseph Morgan from Bo Dixon and then Jardier in behind. And the leaders of the overall race, Amos Laurito first, but Stefan putting him under a lot of pressure. And OC Racing might be getting involved in the battle for the lead as well. He's got to be careful here.
Oh my god.
I almost crashed into the leader.
I've got Dan Suzuki all over me.
Hey James, tell me when you need me to block him.
Oh, I don't know, but is that you?
What
Dan's behind me. I'm just coming up behind you, Oscar.
Are you in the blue car?
Yeah, I'm in the blue car.
Okay.
And I got no front wing. Heck yeah.
I'm going around the outside of you. Oh my goodness, this is going to go on for an hour.
Those tactics not quite working out for Moist Teabag, but here's the race leader, Amos, going off track and losing P1. You can see he is not happy about that one bit. Stefan takes the race lead. And behind them, we have this battle brewing over 3rd position. 4 drivers so close together, it's only a matter of time before something happens.
Schon intens jetzt hier mit den Überrundungen, ey.
Intense racing indeed, as James has to take to the grass. That lets Dan through into 3rd.
Oh, we got 3 wide almost. Should I go 3 wide? Let's go 3 wide.
They're going to go 3 wide into the first corner. Joseph late on the brakes.
Oh, there's no way he backed that corner, right? Bother hell. Oh, we got him. Let's go, Bo.
Bo Dixon now leading in the 2nd class race. Jardier right there with him still. Joseph Morgan not out of it by any means. Let's see how they deal with getting lapped, though. Here's the race leader, Stefan, coming through. Gets past Joseph okay. And Jardier and Bo Dixon not going to give him any trouble either, but here comes Amos Laurito through the corner. This could get a little bit messy, and Amos maybe having to lift off just a little bit, but manages to get past Bo and Jardier without too much difficulty. Later on, here come the 3, 4, 5, and 6 cars all trying to get through. Bit of contact between them as they navigate their way past Joseph Morgan. Here comes Wright looking to maybe make it 3 wide into the first corner, but you have 2 wide up ahead, and that's going to cause a roadblock for Gamer Muscle and for Wright. You can see the brake smoke there as Gamer Muscle tries to find a way through.
Jesus Christ. I'm being absolutely ravished by back markers. Dan, they're all moving out of the way of Dan, and then they just sandwich me. I'm being punished.
Plenty of protein in a Gamer Muscle sandwich, but it doesn't look like it's the best tasting meal of all time. Here, though, back up towards the front, we have Dan Suzuki now leading the battle for third. There is Gamer Muscle in behind. And here we have Lucas and Oscar on track.
Zumindest wieder auf P23 vor. Das ist zwar hier Kämpfe um Blumentopf, aber naja.
Lucas will be hoping he's a late bloomer in this race.
Oh, Junge, gib noch Gas, komm.
Really close battle over 23rd.
Oh, Junge. Schon wieder fast in die Strom gedreht, weil die einfach rüberziehen. Mensch, guck doch mal in die Seitenspiegel, bitte.
As they now head down the hill side by side. Will it be Lucas or will it be Oscar who retains 23rd for now? Oscar with the inside line looks to have just about done enough. A bit squirrely on the brakes, but it's okay.
Yeah, multiclass also never gets boring. That's the cool thing.
Yeah.
You have a race that's 60 minutes, but it's always something happening.
2 seconds later.
It was like 60 cars, multi-class, and there was like 4 classes.
I got completely destroyed by Caterham right now.
Dan, who got the advantage from lapping traffic a lap ago, now finds himself on the receiving end of some issues. Down into 5th position with him, Yuval, now the driver in 3rd. Here we have the race leaders under a little bit of pressure because Amos Laurito is right there. They successfully managed to navigate Idro just about. But Amos climbing all over the rear wing of the Austrian driver for now as the race continues. Behind them, we have the battle for the lead in the Caterham race. Bo Dixon and Jardier still going side by side.
Those Pragas are not respecting us fighting.
You disrespect me. You disrespect my family. You call us stinky, poopy babies.
Oh, this is great.
Great racing indeed as they're going to go side by side through the first corner once more. And Joseph Morgan is getting right back up here with the leaders of the second class race. As they climb up the hill, Joseph looking for the move up the inside here and goes so late on the brakes.
Oh, wow. We have like a mega battle here in Caterhams.
The Caterham racing is electric right now. Let's hope they keep it clean as the race goes on. And behind them, this is the battle to be the best of the rest.
Now this is racing.
Great racing indeed, as maybe we're going to see a dive bomb into the corner here. Tries to get it. Fatal running a little bit wide.
Push him. Well, don't push him. But come on, come on, come on. Clear left. Let's go.
HokiHoshi claims the place, but maybe not for long. Fatal battling back up the inside of turn 1 and takes 17th back.
Ow!
Oh, little Jardier has picked up a boo-boo. But actually, we're going to see some pretty interesting racing because Joseph Morgan once again going for the lead of the Caterhams and takes it.
Yes, yes, yes! I will take them both in one corner. Let's go. This is excellent. This is going to be the next overtake video from this race. It's going to be this fight. Only this fight because this is wicked.
Well, forgive me for not leaping for joy. Bad back, you know.
Well, maybe he's not too far from the truth, and Jardier now claims the lead for the first time in the Caterham race, but you can see the battle is far from over. And what's this behind them? Amos and Stefan, they're close together on track, and they're catching up with Joseph Morgan, Bo Dixon, and Jardier. This could be a little bit nervous, as they're going to have to find a way past the battling Caterhams here. Amos Laurito going to the inside into the grass.
Oh my god, these guys in Pragas, they just go over the grass.
Amos clearly enjoying himself out there on circuit, even if he doesn't have too much to say about it. But he's still in P2 for now. Here we have Rai and Rene battling over P6, and they're going to have to lap the leading Caterhams as well. Rai goes into the corner, tries to get both of them and runs wide.
Ray with the mistake. Watch out, watch out. Turn 1. Turn 1, there's the Praga sideways.
Das war jetzt zu greedy. Warum, Mann, Ray? Warum machst du so Dummheiten?
Ray now down into 7th position. Quite a stark contrast from the strength he displayed last time out in the Rallycross round. Rene gets away scot-free and is in 6th now, ready to chase down Dan Suzuki. Let's hear from him.
Can we make it without tires? I think we'll try.
Don't forget, every driver has to make a mandatory pit stop and either change tires or refuel a little bit, and Dan losing it.
I should not talk about it. Every time I talk about that, I just like die.
Oh, Dan Suzuki did a mistake. Dan Suzuki did a mistake.
Yeah, he's hit something at 86 kilometers an hour. He's crushed the environment. Okay, Stefan, you have got a gaggle of traffic now, including Darius.
Great teamwork on display there for Team Overtake. That's community member Ash Johnson being the spotter for the drivers, including Stefan, who still leads the race and needs all the help he can get right now under so much pressure from Amos Laurito. And look at all the traffic in front of them. They have to lap one of the Pragas as well. That could be difficult, but they make it nice and easy for them there. And the Caterhams get out of the way. Another Praga littering the side of the road. It's chaos here, but the leaders are making their way through more or less unscathed. Amos is still right with Stefan, though really not letting up at all. You can see so focused as he tries to think about the outside line here. Round the right-hander, later on the brakes, but with the inside, Stefan is able to fight him off for the time being, but it is really intense. These two constantly battling. Same can be said for Jardier and Bo Dixon, who are joined at the hip this whole race so far. And once again, they're going to be going side by side down the start-finish straight. Bo has the inside for turn 1 if he wants it. Now Jardier has actually taken it away and will be able to move up into the lead of the Caterham race once more.
We are taking every corner now.
And there we see once again the Praga race leaders catching up with the Caterham race leaders. They managed to navigate Joseph Morgan without too much difficulty. Stefan on the inside makes a little bit of contact with Amos there.
Oh, they're P1, P2 in Praga fighting side by side.
Jardier trying to take my job there, but here we see the battle so close. Amos almost getting boxed in, but he finds his way through first and claims the lead. The slight giggle of a man who's delighted to reclaim first position, but only for now, because here comes Stefan back round the outside again. Amos has the inside, but can't really hold him off. Stefan braking later, makes contact, and finds his way back through. Fantastic stuff from the Overtake community driver as he holds on to first. Meanwhile, back down in 23rd and 22nd, it's Ep.4 and Oscar as they go down the hill, constantly battling between them, and they touch.
No! Overtake, give him a penalty! Give him a penalty!
No. Das war er selbst schuld, Kollege. Ich bin Gott sei Dank diesmal nicht abgeflogen, aber jemand meinte wieder, sich einzuhaken.
So, almost at the halfway mark in this 1 hour long race. Let's take stock. Rene currently in 5th. Dan Suzuki behind him in 7th. A further 30 seconds down then to the unfortunate Ray, currently occupying 8th position in this race. And then we have Cool Kid, the furthest back of the content creators in the Pragas, currently circulating in 11th place. But back with the Caterham battle, and Joseph Morgan has once again found a way to get himself involved with Bo Dixon and Jardier. Up the inside of Bo he goes, and manages to push the Englishman just a little bit wide and claims 2nd position once more.
Oh, I see smoke. Oh, that's fatal. Oh, no, no, no. Come for your ass, partner.
Ah, you're pushing me.
We're on a team, but I'm
Get out of my way. Move. Don't you see I'm your superior?
The kid losing his cool a little bit there in the cockpit, but does manage to just about get through the battle for the lead of the Caterham race. And here we are with the battle for the lead of the Praga race, and Amos Laurito is going to go into the pit lane instead. We'll see which strategy he wants to employ later on.
Oh, you're P2. What happened?
Oh, he must have pitted.
Oh, okay, yeah, he came out right in front of me.
Amos down to 3rd, then after that pit stop, that moves James West, aka Gamer Muscle, into 2nd position. Another Brands Hatch miracle for him there. And as ever, we have a thrilling battle taking place between the leaders of the Caterhams. Jardier leading from Bo, and Joseph Morgan Edro looking to get involved a little bit as well, even though he's down in 25th position right now. Jardier still holds on to the lead. Bo right there with him. And here we jump back to Darius, who, despite a little bit of a moment there, is closing in on HokiHoshi for 17th position. That's effectively 4th in the Caterham battle. Darius, of course, representing Overtake here and doing a good job.
Coming in for my pit.
I'm pretty sure Pragas have pit by now, and I wouldn't even know because I'm so far behind.
Where's my... I passed my damn pit stop. Are you kidding me?
Damn.
Oh my god. I was looking at
Damn.
my settings. Bro, that's rough.
That is a massive error from Slaptrain, a voluntary drive-through effectively. Meanwhile, Joseph Morgan pits from 3rd in the Caterham race. That's going to allow Jardier and Bo Dixon to continue their battle without having to worry about Joseph, who regains the track still in 3rd. Meanwhile, Stefan is enjoying a little bit of peace and quiet away from Amos Laurito, staying out for as long as he possibly can. Speaking of Amos, here he is, about to navigate past some Caterham traffic in the form of Darius. There goes around the outside, and they make contact, and he goes round.
Darius. I lost the race, probably, for sure.
Amos thinks his race is over, but there are still 24 minutes left. Here we have Jardier and Bo Dixon pitting on the same lap here. We'll see which one of them emerges out in front, and it could be Joseph Morgan as well. Don't forget, he pitted a couple of laps ago, and he's still circulating, looking for the undercut as he passes the start-finish line. Where will he come out? It's behind. Bo Dixon actually takes the lead away from Jardier. Jardier second, and there you see Joseph Morgan 4 seconds in arrears. Next car down the road is HokiHoshi. He's going comfortably out there at the moment. But what's that? That didn't sound good at all. He's struggling. He's lost the transmission entirely.
No way. My transmission, it's gone.
Disaster then for HokiHoshi as he resets back to the pits, losing himself a lap.
Oh no. There's no way. No way.
All that means that Darius is now best of the rest in the Caterham race, 50 seconds behind the front 3. HokiHoshi down into 25th. And meanwhile, what's happened to Oscar?
Guys, I'm just sitting in the pits and nothing's happening.
Oh, you gotta line up.
Jeez, how well do I need to line up?
I don't know. It's very precise.
I didn't know this was a parking test.
It is.
But I'm perfectly lined up and nothing is happening. That's the end of my race.
I think I won't.
Thank you to Overtake for this series.
James.
It was fun.
F
in the chat, please.
I think it cost too
Alright,
much time.
OC Racing humbly requesting some Fs in the chat for his untimely demise in this race. Here, though, we have Rene, who's actually lost out to Dan Suzuki in the pit stops. Meanwhile, Stefan, the race leader, also now pitting. We'll see. Amos, of course, span out, so Stefan should retain the lead. But here comes Gamer Muscle, looking to try and have his moment of glory to finish the true Brands Hatch Christmas miracle. He's going to go for it around the outside of Stefan. Stefan defends, but he has the lead. If only for a moment, he has the lead. And now Stefan reclaims it. And that's good news for Stefan, of course. He doesn't want to waste time having to deal with Gamer Muscle, who's still sending his nose up the inside there, but he does back out of it in the end. Here are Bo Dixon and Jardier. This, what was a 3-horse race for the front of the Caterhams, has now become a 2-horse race. Joseph Morgan 4 seconds behind, doesn't look to be closing the gap. Gamer Muscle pitting late and opting for a tyre change.
Oh, the tyres take so long. Oh no! Why are they in slow motion? It's like they're drugged. Come on, guys. Oh, the worst.
It's the slow motion.
Pit crew are all on drugs. They're all poisoned. Oh, guys, like they're doing the moonwalk or something.
James alleging foul play, maybe accusing some of his competitors of drugging his pit crew. Both he and his teammate Thomas Schmidt opted for pit stops and tire changes at the same time, and they both lost out. You can see Thomas now having to battle with Rene over P5. And the battle continues later on here. Rene still holding off his compatriot behind for the time being. There we see Joseph Morgan facing the wrong way on the road. That's going to put the coffin nails in any last chance he had of battling with Bo Dixon and Jardier. But let's jump back now to the battle for P5. It's Thomas and Rene. Rene boxing him in behind Jardier.
I used the traffic against Thomas. He was blocked on the inside and I just held the line.
Rene doing his best to hold off Thomas for now, but Thomas, of course, does have those fresh tires. That could prove to be a critical advantage as the scrap continues towards the end of this race. And right now, we've got some traffic up ahead. LPN05 getting in the way a little bit.
Prager mit, der mich jetzt hier wegrammt. Wer war das denn?
Hey, looking good, Turner.
Dinkelberg. This time it actually was Rene who was the culprit in the incident. As you can see, he's locking up the brakes, desperately trying to keep Thomas Schmidt behind.
I'm still right next to Thomas.
Wheel to wheel, door to door as they head down the hill. Thomas still has the advantage for the time being. Bit of traffic up ahead, though. It's another one of the Pragas. Thomas going to have to try and find his way past. Up the inside, he looks, and they make contact.
Oh, they touched right in front of me, and I went through the middle. I'm done.
You're done, Thomas is done, and now Lucas is done as well as he careens into the side of the stricken Thomas.
Ja, frontal voll reingesteppert. Ich konnte nicht ausweichen. Wohin?
Such hard luck for Lucas so far in this race. These two, though, have been having the rub of the green as they continue to rub wheels consistently with an insatiable appetite for the battle between these two. Jardier still leading, and Bo Dixon, his community driver teammate, is right there with him, pushing him the whole way as they go around turn one once more. And here's Stefan then. He's going to have to be getting involved with the leaders of the catering battle once more as he finds his way past Bo Dixon and manages to sneak past Jardier as well. He has to take to the grass, but doesn't lose out too badly to Bo Dixon behind. So that's all okay for him. Meanwhile, Amos Laurito is actually closing in pretty heavily on Stefan. There's still 12 minutes left in this race and just about a 5.5 second gap between the two of them. This might not be all over. Let's check back in though with Slap Train down in 20th. He's had a pretty quiet race since early on. Lucas, unfortunate as ever, in 22nd here. As the car goes off ahead, and there is HokiHoshi after his massive error with the transmission earlier, falls down to 23rd. And Idro, he's had one hell of a quiet race, down in 24th for the Frenchman right now. Not much hope for him as he's 20 seconds behind his next nearest competitor. Here's Bo Dixon once again taking the battle to Jardier, and he has the inside and the lead for now. But you get the feeling it's not all over yet. Jardier still looking for the outside, still hoping to challenge. And there's got to be plenty more where this came from.
Can you tell me when you overtake Slap Train? I wonder if we are lapping him or not.
Slap Train's P20 right now.
Yeah. We lapped P21 now, you know, a few minutes ago.
Incessant battling continues. Bo's still right there. You can see so close to the back of Jardier as he has been this entire race. Let's jump forward now. Just 5 minutes remaining in this race. Amos Laurito has scythed into the gap between himself and Stefan. Just 2 seconds between Amos and the race leader. And of course, Bo Dixon and Jardier are still completely tied at the hip to one another. It's so close. Any tiny mistake could prove incredibly costly for whichever driver would make it. But right now, they've been clean all race, and it doesn't seem like it's changing. Look at the control they're exhibiting out there on circuit as Jardier just about has the advantage for now. Down the hill once again with the inside, it's Bo. And now they actually make a little bit of contact. That's Jardier off, and that could be curtains.
Our car's glued. It's like a super sick fight with both switching, and then our car is glued to each other.
Jardier evidently still feeling gracious towards his longtime rival in this race, at least Bo Dixon. But here is Amos Laurito with 2 minutes left in the race. He's right there now with Stefan. Stefan's going to have to pull a rabbit out of the hat to try and keep the Italian behind. Stefan keeps the inside there, holds him off for now. But Amos is going to have so many more opportunities. 2 whole minutes. He is going to be harassing the Austrian for the race lead. Stefan already preparing to go defensive into the next left hand. A bit of traffic on the left-hand side. Gets nice and out of the way. Amos looking for the outside, and they're going to bang wheels a little bit, sending Amos wide onto the grass. And that might just have been enough for Stefan. The gap extends almost to a second. There's still time for Amos. Behind them now, Jardier right there with Bo Dixon. He still has an opportunity to try and claim the lead in the Caterham race.
Come on! Go on! Oh, he went wide. He went mega wide. Let's go.
So once again, we have Jardier claiming the lead in the Caterham race. Bo Dixon will, of course, have something to say about it, but we thought maybe a few laps ago that Jardier was down and out, but he is absolutely not. Comes back fighting. And will Amos be able to come back fighting or not? With Stefan, who is still has 1 second's worth of advantage to the Italian. 25 seconds left in this race. This will be the final lap, and Stefan might just have done enough. But Jardier definitely hasn't done enough yet because Bo Dixon is still right there with him. A mistake on the brakes there from the Czech driver. He goes a little bit deep, might open the door for the British driver to try and take him on the inside.
This fight is still going on between Jardier and Richard. They're still next to each other. Are they joking?
No, I wish I was in it.
Come on.
Alright. I will let them have it right now. Don't want to get involved there.
Looks like they're just about going to keep it clean between Jardier and Bo Dixon as they try and navigate the traffic one way or another. But let's take a look at the race leader, Stefan, claiming the victory ahead of Amos Laurito, who clearly is not happy one bit about the result of that one. Someone who is a little bit happier right now is Jardier because he has been loving life in this battle with Bo Dixon throughout the entire race. They have been right there. They pitted on the same lap to make sure that they remained within a second of one another from the very start to the very finish, and it doesn't look like that's going to change right now. Jardier has the advantage as they climb the hill. In the slipstream is Bo. Look how close. It's like he's towing him around the circuit. Slap Train up ahead needs to be careful not to get in the way of either of these drivers as they come around to potentially lap him before the race is over. Bo still there, still can't find the way through past Jardier. Now he looks for the outside. Jardier breaks later though, holds him off. Bo going for the switch back underneath. Will he get the superior traction? It looks like he has, and he might be able to pull alongside Jardier now as we come up towards the finish line, and it looks like it's Jardier just about taking it.
Oh my god! Whoa! I got him by 400. Oh my god, that was excellent! Wow!
Nice, GG.
Oh wow, that was great fighting.
P3. What a drive! The sunset, the track, beautiful, beautiful track. Doesn't matter where you finish, as long as you've got trees, grass, and a sunset.
Great success.
What a fantastic way to end the second edition of the OverTake Dream Team Series. Incredible racing to the end in both categories. We know who won on track, but who has won overall? Let's send it back to Rene in the studio to find out.
That race worthy the name. Big finale here at the Dream Team Series. Did you see that? Jardier, Joseph Morgan, Bo Dixon in the KTM class going side by side basically the entire hour. That was crazy, even for me. I was driving past that, and every single time I saw them side by side, I was amazed. But also in the Praga, big fight between Amos Laurito and Stefan Schlacher at the end. And Stefan here taking the win, a community member winning our last race. That is great, not just because he was an OverTake community member. In general, I like it when the community wins, even more if it's the OverTake community. But let's have a look at the actual full results of the race. As said, in the end, it was Stefan Schlacher who took the win here at Brands Hatch, in front of Amos Laurito. And then it was Gamer Muscle James West rounding out our podium. Incredible performance by the Moist T-Back driver, followed by Dan Suzuki, then me for overtake in 5th, Thomas Schmidt 6th, Yuval Rosen 7th, Ray in 8th, still in the top 10, Binman, and then Joe ending our top 10 in the Praga class. Looking at the Caterham, it was in the end Jardier winning, and I have to say he really deserved that one. What a fight there in that class in front of Bo Dixon and then Joseph Morgan. Darius, my teammate, in 17th. SWR Taiku and Philippe Slap Train then. Fatal, LPN05. HokiHoshi not happy with that result, that's for sure. Only 23rd overall. And still in front though of Hydro Papaya and Gui. The last race of our Dream Team Series is in the books. What does that mean for us? We have our 22 Dream Team Series champion, and that crown once again goes to Amos Laurito, actually, together with his teammate HokiHoshi, Team Boa Racing. What an incredible performance. No matter if it's Rallycross, no matter if it's touring car, or whatever else has 4 wheels, these two scored the most. So congratulations to Boa Racing Team for the big win here. Second position, that goes to Team Jazuki. Dan and Jardier, I think a team that just looking at the lineup was just super strong. So absolutely to expect it that they can be here on the podium. 424 points. Then OverTake, that is something I did not expect. 289 points for Darius and me here in the end, thanks to our big community out there really helping us in claiming a podium in the Dream Team Series. The Ricky Bobbies, 228 points, go towards our US team. They will be not happy with missing out by not much actually here in terms of podium. Maybe next time around though. Schlagbosch Schrauber Rennsport, 194 points for LPN and Ray. And then it's Moist T-Back with 182 points in P6. And that means P7 at the end was Baguette Racing Team. And yeah, Gamer Muscle will be happy to avoid being last here in our Dream Team Series, but an absolutely incredible job by everyone involved. Normally, this would be the segment where I tell you what to look out for in the next episode of the Dream Team Series, but hey, this is episode 4. We're actually done. So big thanks for everyone out there who watched the Dream Team Series, who got involved in our live premiere chat, or commented on the videos. Really appreciate that. When it comes to the Dream Team Series, we obviously want to continue in 2023, right? So if you have any ideas of cool content we could race on tracks, cars, conditions, or even the sim, then let us know here in the comment section down below on YouTube, or get involved with the OverTake community on our Discord. Talking about the community, big shout out to all of them for taking part, no matter if you're from LPN05, Jadi, Dan Suzuki, or from OverTake. We absolutely love having you in our Dream Team Series, and at least for me, that's the biggest part. I absolutely love everyone coming together and having some fun in cool races. Obviously, I should remind you of hitting the button here, like, subscribe, and ring the bell. That would be gladly appreciated. Support OverTake. And with that, my name is Renee, and I see you for the next Dream Team Series.